welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle, and today you and I are going to be going through the process of picking out a brand new island theme. But before we get started, make sure you check out my most recent video that I posted, which is me completely flattening my 900-hour island. So if you want to check that out, I'll have that in the description below. Now it's time to have the chat, guys. Listen, it's the Animal Crossing chat that a lot of Animal Crossing creators have been avoiding, and that is Animal Crossing burnout. You're bored. You don't know what to do with your island anymore. You played the game to the freaking dirt when it first came out, and 2020 Animal Crossing was your shit. As I've been working on ideas for this video, it actually got me super excited to continue building an island from the beginning again, which a lot of people, like, the sound of it is just draining. But if you're like me and you still love this game and you still want to play it, this video is probably for you. So I thought in this video we would go over some of the more popular, commonly seen island themes, kind of discussing pros and cons to doing them. We'll also go over some more like unique themes that I've seen. Hopefully that can kind of spark some inspiration for you, and I'll also talk about some of the themes that I considered for this island, and then I will share the final theme that I have decided upon, which I'm so excited about, guys. I'm so excited! So I hope that this video helps you gain some inspiration to do something in this game, and if it doesn't, that's also okay. That's also okay. You don't have to play a game if you're not enjoying it. So the first step to this process is just knowing all the themes that are out there. But first, let's go over some of the major, more common ones that we see. I feel like there are three general main themes that I see a lot. That is cottagecore, springcore, and citycore. I feel like any other themes are a twist on each of one of those. Now let's get started with one that's close in our hearts. She's gone but not forgotten, and that is cottagecore. I feel like cottagecore came up in the Animal Crossing world once people got used to the game and just the general idea of the game. And I feel like cottagecore was like the first theme that everybody just kind of wanted to do. In my opinion, at this point, cottagecore is overdone. At the time where cottagecore was thriving, I loved it. I loved the idea of it. It made me look at the game so differently. So many of us kind of learned different ways to decorate just from the whole cottagecore era. So cottagecore, I love you, and I will forever be grateful to you. Mwah. So if I just go into Pinterest, I'm gonna type in cottagecore Animal Crossing, seeing a lot of like fall time islands, so a lot of orange, a lot of dark dirt, a lot of dark houses, lots of greenery as well. I feel like forest core is also another theme that was kind of derived out of cottagecore. I feel like a lot of people just were going with the cottagecore theme and wanted to make like a forest on their island, and then we're like, oh my god, I love this forest, I'm gonna make a whole island that's a forest. I feel like it's so hard to come across a cottagecore island and not like it, because they're all so beautiful. They're just so overdone at this point. So a pro to cottagecore is that there's a lot of inspiration out there. You can find so many things. If you are somebody that you don't really thrive coming up with your own ideas in Animal Crossing, me, and you much prefer like copying something that you found and maybe adding a little twist to it, cottagecore is a great option if you haven't done it already and you're not sick of it. And you'll be able to fill up an island really quick, and I can guarantee you that you will not ever be like, I don't know what to do with this part of my island, because there is so much out there. Now the next main theme I think is starting to slowly go away now, but kind of came in after the cottagecore era, was springcore. So I feel like in the wintertime we all wanted those like dark cozy vibes, and then when 2021 started, we're like, we need something fresh. I want to open my game and have a release of serotonin in me. Springcore is so beautiful. It's a lot of greens, a lot of yellows, and a lot of whites. I feel like that's literally it. Those are the three main colors. I would say it's basically the same thing as cottagecore, but different colors. I feel like springcore, people got super creative with like custom codes and stuff like that. I tried the whole springcore thing during my stream, but then I kind of realized it's not really for me. If you're a very simple person, you like a very simple island, a simple theme, I think springcore is great, but if you kind of want to branch out and try something new, probably not the best idea. So another pro with springcore would be you can literally find so much inspiration on Pinterest, on Instagram, on YouTube. There is so much springcore out there. I would say almost just as much as cottagecore at this point. Now, the next main theme is citycore, and let me just say to all you guys out there that have built citycore islands and have put in that time, I praise you, because that shit is hard. You gotta look at items in the game and like look at them differently and figure out how you can use them, how people make builds that look like buildings and stuff like that. A lot of roads, a lot of custom paths. It requires a lot of effort, to be honest. With Citycore Islands, there's not a lot of natural elements. It's very commercial. I'm a big fan of a lot of the natural elements in Animal Crossing. Like, I love the trees, I love the flowers, I love all that stuff, and I just don't think I can embrace my love for it that much with Citycore Islands. But that being said, I love going to a Citycore Island. I think they are so cool. I think they're so fun. You can make it unique, you know, like you can obviously do the buildings, but you can decide like what little shops you want, what little restaurant things you want. Like, you can kind of make Citycore your own. There's so many different ways to twist it. Rather than cottagecore and springcore, there's not really that much like flexibility. I don't have the energy, I don't have the time, and I don't have the willpower to build a Citycore Island. A lot of people go for like a really cool Japanese theme. I feel like the Japanese island theme isn't for me because I feel like people already nailed it. There's no way I can match that or top that without directly copying it. Now I'm gonna talk about 4 other island themes that have kind of sparked my interest and I've sort of considered doing for my island here on YouTube. So the first theme that I considered doing was a jungle / tropical theme. I went to the most beautiful dream address ever. It was very luscious, very green, a lot of rocks, a lot of palm trees. It was literally one of the most beautiful islands I have ever seen before. It's definitely been done before, but I wouldn't say it's like one of the most popular themes. Next theme that I was considering is a fall theme, and I know some of you guys are like,
Michelle, isn't that just cottagecore?
kind of, but like fall. I think I'm just really excited for the fall to come. I don't know, a fall theme just seemed really, really cozy and nice. I think I'm just trying to rush fall to come sooner. I would basically want it to feel like a fairy tale in the fall time. The next theme that is on my list of themes that I'm considering is a Mamma Mia / Greece themed island. Mamma Mia brings me so much joy. It would bring colors that I don't really use a lot, like blue, into the mix, and I thought that'd be something fun and different to try out and to keep me like excited about the game. When you kind of base an island off of a movie or a TV show or a specific like place or thing, it kind of makes the designing process so much more fun. The blue is just so bright and so welcoming, very like summery. Really love that theme a lot. Now, the final theme that I've been considering for my island, and the one that I am going to be going through with on this YouTube channel, is an Italian seaside town. Let me explain. With this island, I've decided I wanted to do something that I've actually never seen before. Since filming a YouTube video is a lot less pressure than live streaming, I can actually sit here and plan out an island and think it through and try and pull the very little amounts of creativity that I have in my brain to make something different that I just haven't seen. I originally got my inspiration from the movie Luca. So Luca came out, I'd say a couple months ago now, and it is so freaking cute. If you don't know, I'm full Italian. I wasn't born in Italy, so maybe I'm not full Italian. Some people say you're only full something if you were born there. I don't know. Both of my parents are full Italian, so I feel like I'm full Italian. If I'm not, then I'm not. I don't know. So the thought of like making an Italian seaside island feels kind of like close to home, and I feel like I can pull a bunch of inspiration of stuff that I know about. I'll explain some general ideas that I have for it. However, in the next video that I post, I will be going through like a full plan of the island, like which villagers we're getting, what areas we're creating on the island, where we're gonna put them. It'll basically be a whole video of just the plan for the island, and then we'll get into the execution. I feel like it will match perfectly for the summer wrapping up and also kind of transitioning into fall. It's going to draw a lot on different elements of Citycore as well as cottagecore, as well as even just normcore. Really gonna aim to go with like a lot of brick, a lot of terracotta, a lot of dark reds, a lot of dark greens, stuff like that. For specific areas of this island, I want to do maybe like a pizzeria, a bakery, a biking lane, a fishing spot, things like that, but we'll get more into that in the next video. And I can't wait to come up with new ideas with you guys in the next video and kind of plan out the island and how we're gonna do it. I'm kind of terrified because I am somebody that like, I thrive a lot more in the game when I copy other people because I'm not creative. So I'm excited to see what I'm able to kind of come up with here. But yeah, that's gonna be my official new island theme for this island that we're gonna do the whole building process here on my YouTube channel. I feel like a really important question to kind of ask yourself before picking an island theme is, do you want to kind of draw on your own sense of creativity, or do you thrive a lot more copying really cool builds that you find on YouTube, on Pinterest, on Instagram? I feel like that's where you got to start. Once you decide on that and you say, you know what, I want to be a little bit creative, maybe look at the island themes that we're going to mention and see how you can spin off of them, how you can create your own theme. For example, there's somebody in my Twitch community that made a Smurfs themed island that was so freaking beautiful, and it seemed like a spin-off of cottagecore and fairycore into one. I have two islands. My one island is one that I stream on, and that one is definitely more copying a lot of builds that I see, and a little bit less creativity is involved because I'm not a very creative person, especially when I'm live streaming. A lot of us call it streamer brain, but your brain just kind of isn't working at its full capacity. In the case of this island for my YouTube channel, I feel like I can take the extra time to come up with more creative ideas and actually think about builds a little bit more. So those are all the themes that I will be sharing with you guys today, and I hope this video kind of helped you decide on how to pick an island theme, especially if you're kind of in a little bit of an Animal Crossing rut like myself. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss this entire series of us making an Italian seaside island. I am so excited. I've already been thinking of villagers to match like characters in Luca and ones that I just think will match the theme. And guys, I will say it's kind of cursed, but it kind of is perfect at the same time. And make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful in any way, or if you thought it was the stupidest video ever, make sure you give it a thumbs up anyways. And if you don't know, I stream Animal Crossing and Breath of the Wild over on Twitch 3 to 4 days a week. I'll have all my socials and everything linked down below. You can also find me on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. I'm everywhere. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye!